Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of my Chronic Life podcast. This week's topic is about stress and chronic illnesses and how, stressful, anxiety-filled kinds of experiences or traumas can affect it, as well as how hormones can affect them. My experience with this was a couple of weeks ago. My boyfriend was having trouble with some bad habits he has and dealing with some friends of his that are also involved in those bad habits and are bad influences on him. He left to go and hang out with them. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know where he was. I was really scared and worried about him. He wasn't responding to me, to my calls, texts, or anything. Wasn't really calling much, and he was gone for a couple of days, came home for a couple of days, and then was gone again for a couple of days. Finally came home for good, and he stayed home after that, and while this whole thing happened, I was so anxious, stressed out, traumatized. My chronic illnesses were very, very flared up from my asthma, which I found out a few days before this happened, that my lungs are inflamed from the asthma at the bottom of the lungs, not the airway tubes, but at the bottom there's nodes down there called bronchioles or alveoli, I think it is. And that's a deep inflammation that leads to coughing up a lot of mucus, wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, pain, all that. And then the migraines were so flared up, I had a headache the entire week, all day, every day. And my IBS was so flared up, I basically had to move into the bathroom because my stomach couldn't decide if it was going to not be able to go or go too much. There was so much cramping and nausea, it was just misery. I am still not 100% better from it. I'm dealing with it still being flared up, and then the hormones do not help. My periods are weird. It just came again, but I feel as though I just had it 2 weeks ago. My cycle is shortening. It's either somehow gone from 28 to 30 days to something like 24 to 26 days. And the flows are different. They're more heavy at the beginning, and then they just kind of taper off, whereas they used to just stay heavy until almost the last day. They're also shorter. I used to have a 5 to 7 day period, and it now is 3 to 4 days. I'm having hot flashes, night sweats, and going to the bathroom, peeing more, having bladder issues, leaks, and that kind of thing. So I definitely do believe it's perimenopause. I am old enough, I'm 47, and it falls right in those 40s to 50s, so it's really hard to get back to a normal with all of these things going on, and the hormonal shifting flares up more than the stress already did, and it's very, very, very hard. I just want to get back to normal, whatever that is for me. I had to decide that I have a new normal because with a chronic illness, my normal is probably half of other people's normal that don't have a chronic illness. And so I've just decided to define my normal differently. And I hope that others out here listening to this podcast with chronic illness or illnesses are defining their own normal as well. And I hope that we all get our flare-ups and our chronic illnesses to calm down so that we can have as much of a normal as we can get. And I just really hope that we all feel better. And with that, this is the end of my podcast for the week. I don't have anything else for you. next time we will see what other chronic life topics I have to talk about. Goodbye, everybody.